Hi, let's see how to build this game in Scratch by MIT. So the game works similar to the dinosaur game that you can play when the internet is off. So here, when the character passes the apple, it gets 6 points. But if you touch the lion, the points reset to 0. So here I can control the movement of this character by raising my left hand. So it resembles that of a gesture control movement, right? So here we'll also have to train a convolutional neural network and integrate that to the app to control the characters jumping up. So the goal is to avoid touching this lion at all times. So we will build this completely from scratch in Scratch. And I will also show you how to incorporate a pre-trained convolutional neural network into this game and how to set this control, how to set individual logical blocks, etc. So let's get into the lecture. So Scratch is a very famous software which you can access from this website, scratch.mit.edu, which allows you to perform programming using blocks. So each programming logical loops or conditional statements, all of them can be just accessed using bunch of blocks that you see here in the Scratch software. You might be familiar with this. Scratch is very much used by high schoolers and school-going kids for building simple programs. But as an adult, I also find it so fascinating that this is such a very nicely designed program for teaching coding, even if you are a complete beginner who has no prior experience to coding. It's like a really nice logic building platform. So today we'll not be using Scratch directly, but rather we'll be using this platform called playground.race.mit.edu. So it's very much similar to Scratch, but the good thing about this playground is that you can incorporate trained computer vision models from a website called Teachable Machine, which I'll be showing you. So Teachable Machine, this one. So I'll show you how to train a computer vision model, basically a convolutional neural network, to detect your hand gestures. And let's see how to incorporate that into the app that we will build in this playground.race.it.edu website. So go to this website link. I'll share it in the description and click Open Playground. And let's start building the project. So first things first, here we have a character, and this character is the equivalent of the person who was jumping in our app. So we can change the character here into any character. So let me do one thing. Let me delete. And then here you can choose the character called as sprite. So sprite is what this app calls for the character. And this is the character that I selected last time, this person walking. Now, here you can drag and drop the position of this person. And if you want to see this app in full screen, you just click this button, and then this whole game or this whole app, whatever you see at the interface of the app, will open in full screen. But now let's change the size. I'll change the size of this character to 30. So now the character is small so that it only occupies, a certain fraction of the screen. So this size is much better. Now let's minimize this. So we have first character. Now we need to add the next character, which could be the apple or banana. So let's say I add bananas this time. So banana. So if I select banana, this thing will be highlighted. But if this character is selected, then you'll see that particular character is highlighted. So click banana and put size 30. So size is decreased to almost 1/3 and place it somewhere here. Then you need some sort of threat like lion or some other animal. So here select animals, and there are several different options. Maybe I can pick this mouse. Okay, so the mouse is here, and decrease the size of the mouse also to 30. Now, you see the mouse is pointing in the right direction, but we want to flip the direction of the mouse, right? So what you can do is select the character and go to costumes here. In costumes, select the whole character, Control A, and then flip horizontal. So then it flips the direction, and then just go back. I don't know if there is any save option I don't think we need to save this right now. Now we can go back to our code. So you see the mouse direction is now flipped. So if I go to the full screen now, this is how it looks. Perfect, right? Character, this person, banana, and mouse. Now let us go back. So now one thing we can do to make this kind of look better is the y coordinate, keep it maybe at minus 110. For this also, for banana also keep it minus 110. And I think it's the center of geometry rather than the character's bottom point, I think. So if I keep this minus 110, see the middle point is coming in alignment with this. So maybe I can manually place it, like click and drag to place it somewhere so that they all look in one line. If you need to add one more thing like a platform or something, we can see whether we need to add like a, like a flat tabletop or something like that. Maybe this line can be added. So I'm going to add this line. So this line will act as the platform on which all these characters are now running. Something like this. Okay. So you have mouse, banana, and this person. And this is how it looks in full screen. Decent, right? Decent looking game. Now let's go back. Now we need to add certain controls, some conditions. So first thing is we want to be able to control the person. So when I raise my left hand, the person should jump up, which means I have to train a neural network to detect my hand raising. And for this, let us go to Teachable Machine. So go to Teachable Machine and click Get Started. And here we will choose this image project. So we'll be training a neural network to recognize images, which we will capture using the webcam. So click Image Project, Standard Image Project. And here in the class 1, I can say jump. And here I can say stay, so not jumping. Then I will switch on the webcam, press hold to record, and then I will move my hand a little bit so that there is a bit of variability in the data. So just move my hand so that it simulates different ways in which I may raise my left hand. That's it. Select, I captured 103 sample images. And for the second class, which is when I'm not raising my hand, I will sit like this and I'll just move a little bit my head here or there, but my hand is not there. So this is the stay position. Another 100 images are sampled and then train the model. So here there are some hyperparameters, but you don't have to worry about that. If you click this advanced tab, you can control the number of epochs, learning rate, etc. But I don't think it's really necessary for you to know if you are a total beginner. So we are going to choose whatever is the default options. Now this training will take some time depending on the number of images. So right now we have 100 plus 100, around 200-ish, 203 images. So it's taking a few seconds. But once the training is complete, so 50 out of 50. So now the training is complete. You see, now there is an output here. This output is the prediction. Right now 100% it's saying it's stay, like I'm not asking to jump. But when I raise my hand, jump, stay, jump. So pretty accurate model, right? Very good binary classifier where it's taking real-time feedback from the camera. Now what I'll do is I have to export this model because this model is now present in Teachable Machine. Somehow I need to make it available in the in this playground. So here click Export Model. And what I'll do is I'll upload this model to Google's cloud so that because this Teachable Machine is by Google. So I'll upload the model here by clicking this button and then it will generate a link which I can use to share the same model. Which model? Share the train models. So now I have this shareable link and I copy this, close this. Now I don't need Teachable Machine anymore. Done. So I close Teachable Machine, leave. Okay. So now what I do is here you see this button on the left hand side bottom. It's the button for adding extensions in the playground. So extensions allow you to connect playground with Teachable Machine. So here there are so many extensions and you should probably play with it a little bit. It's very interesting, but for now, let us just focus on the Teachable Machine extension. So click on Teachable Machine. Now that extra, you see this extra icon that got created because we added the Teachable Machine extension. So now I have to use the model which I trained. So click and drag this block. So this is literally the first block that we are using. I click and drag this block and here I paste the URL which I copied earlier. Okay, not this URL, the URL which I had copied from Teachable Machine. this is the link from the Teachable machine, which I had copied. Because I lost the copied link, I just trained the Teachable machine just once more. So I have this new link, but basically train the Teachable machine, upload the model, generate the link, and paste it here. Done. So now we have the Teachable machine link ready. So I'm once again closing Teachable machine. Now, when should this this model be used? Whenever we are starting the game. And how does the game start? By clicking the green flag here. So that is found here in the event. So go to events, then say when flag is clicked, that is when game starts, then connect it here. So when this condition is satisfied, then we are using this model. Now go to Teachable machine once again. And when the model detects some particular class, right? So drag and drop this block. When the model detects, we have to find a class. So let's press enter here. I just want to see, oh, maybe I should run. Then let's see if jump class is coming here or not. Actually, I wanted to add this for the person, not for the line. So what I'm going to do is copy this block, select the person, paste it here. Then, so see, whenever I select any character, on the top right, you see it's the properties of that character. This for banana, for mouse, for lion. So for banana and mouse, I don't want any influence based on my camera input. So I want this model and everything to come for the person. So I'm just clicking it, pressing Control C to copy it, and then coming here and pasting it here. And then here I can go back and delete this because I don't want the line to move or anything when the my hand gesture is detected. So now when the model detects a class, okay, there are already these two classes. How are these two classes coming here? Because I'm using this particular link. In the link, I had defined two classes. I could have defined three classes for three different hand gestures, but right now I have two classes. So when the model detects jump, some action needs to be taken. And what is that action? Ideally, this person should jump up and then come back. So for jumping, what we could probably use is go to this motion and then move. Instead of move, there is a glide option. So glide 1 second to some particular position. Okay. Glide in 1 second to some particular position. So when the model detects jump, this character should glide to some position. So the character's current position is minus 190 and minus 93 in the y-axis. So y-axis is this, x-axis is this. I don't want the character to move anywhere in the x-axis, only y-axis. So from minus 93, I want the character to maybe move to, let's say, minus 60. And maybe in 1 second, the character can move to minus 60. So minus 60 should be above. We can see that. So if I raise my hand, hopefully if I run, let's see. I think what may be happening is because I'm recording this video, let's character is not doing anything, probably because, okay, when the model detects jump, glide in 1 second, x to minus 190, y to minus 60. And I also want the person to jump up and then come down, right? Then again glide. And maybe this time it can glide faster. So jumping up, maybe jumping up can be faster. So up glide is in 0.3 seconds, coming down in 0.1 second. And when you come back, it should come back to the same x coordinate and y coordinate, whichever is the current, whatever is the current y coordinate, which is minus 93. So this is what I want my character to do. So I'm just pausing this and let me start this once again to see if anything is happening. Nothing seems to be happening. We'll see what's the issue. So I think the issue is that we have not added camera in this game. So go to sensing, I guess. Not sensing, maybe even where is camera? Okay, it's in Teachable machine only. So turn video on. So here, paste this. So whenever green button is clicked, video is turned on. So that input is being taken. So now if I press this, character should hopefully jump and jump back. Let's see. Yeah, it is happening. It's happening slowly, maybe because I'm recording this video and running the game at the same time. So maybe if I pause the video recording part, it might be much more smoother. So see, this is what's happening. So when I'm raising my left hand, the character is jumping, but it seems like the height is not enough, right? Because the character may just touch the banana or the mouse. So what I'm going to do is, instead of jumping to -60, I will ask the character to jump to -40. So a bit more high. So the height is now a little bit more. And maybe this jumping can happen in 0.3 seconds and coming down can happen in 1.5 seconds. And maybe this can jump. Yeah, I think this is good. So let's see in full screen how it looks. So this is how it will look. Jumping up will be faster, coming down will be slower. And this is controlled totally by my hand gesture. All right, all good. Now what we will do is, for now, I'll just turn off this camera. It's not needed for the moment. And let's define the movement for this banana and the mouse. So what I want is, for banana, I want motion to happen. So movement to happen. And when should the movement happen? Whenever the green button is clicked. So whenever green is clicked, meaning whenever the game is on, it should move 10 steps to the, or rather, it should, let's say, change x by 10. How about this? Change x by 10. Then let's see what happens. Okay, so whenever this is happening, it changes x by 10. But it should happen in a loop, right? So what I will do is bring control, then if I'll introduce an if condition. So if some condition is satisfied, and what should that condition be? So what I want to do in this game is, instead of producing new bananas and new mice, I can, once the banana reaches here, I will put it back to the extreme right hand side. Then once it reaches here, do the same thing again. So first let me find, for banana, what is this extreme left? What is the coordinate? Coordinate is, extreme left coordinate is -240, something close to -240. See? So if the position is, so here I can do an operator, bring an operator. If something is less than, if what is less than, if x is less than 240 or -230, so here I want variable, or rather, in the motion there is x position. So if x position is less than 230, then I don't want to change x. I want to set the x. I want to set it to some particular value. So set x to maybe +240. What is the extreme right side? Is it 0 or something else? Extreme right is 230 as well, 230, 240, something like that. So if the position, x position, becomes less than 230, then I should change it to, I should change the position to 238, the other right hand side extreme, maybe 240. Okay. And this set thing, I will bring it here. Okay. And what about else? Else, so maybe in the events or in the control, I should bring if and else. If else. So in the if condition, this is the condition. If the position is less than 230, then set x to 240. Else, what should I do? Else change x by -10. Basically, you are moving x to the left hand side. And this should happen forever. So this should happen forever, right? I think the logic is fine. Let's see. So when I click the button, yeah, now the banana keeps on moving from left to right. It's very fast, but I guess that's okay. If you don't want it to be this fast, this you can change, instead of -10, keep it -5. Then the speed will be reduced by half. Okay, so banana logic is fine. Now what I'll do is I'll copy the same thing because the mouse also should do the same thing. So select the whole thing, copy, Control C, go to mouse, paste Control V, and for mouse also, what should I have? Same logic, right? Exact same logic. So now when I click the green button, now the mouse and banana are moving together. This I can adjust. Like if I want to introduce a gap between the banana and mouse, I can do that. Now there is one more condition which I want. Now let's go back to the person. So here, if the person is overlapping with, if the person's position is kind of overlapping with banana, we can reward by adding some point. But if the person is overlapping with the position of the mouse, then you can bring down the point to 0, which is equivalent to game being over and you are restarting the points again from 0, sort of. So what I will do is, if there is a intersection, I think it's in sensing. So if touching, yeah, so if, where is the if condition? And I need to do this forever. So what I will do is, because the condition applies throughout the game, it's not like once, right? So here, let me bring forever loop, forever. And then there is an if else condition, or not if else condition, two if conditions perhaps. So if this person is touching this, I'm dragging and dropping this into this conditional box. So if person is touching not mouse pointer, but rather mouse 1, if the person is touching, or rather banana 1, if the person is touching banana 1, then I should change the value of some variable, right? So that is what I want to do. Then I can go to variables, and here I can define a variable called score for all sprites. All sprites meaning for all the characters, score. So here you see a score is appearing. Then what I want is, I want to set the variable or change the variable by some point, right? So if the person is touching banana, change, instead of my variable, change score by, let's say, yeah, 1. 1 is fine. But what if the person is touching something, touching mouse? Then you should bring down the points to 0. So now take if condition again, drag and drop here. If, then copy this, or I mean duplicate this, paste it here. Then instead of change score by 1, select variables, set my variable to 0. So if you touch, instead of banana, if you touch mouse, then set the variable value to 0. Not variable value, score value. Score value should be set to 0. Is this enough? I think so. I think we are set to play the game. We have everything ready now. Now the only thing is I have to pause the game once and define some spacing between this mouse and this banana. Okay, so let's have this much gap in the starting. Okay, now one more thing I have to do is go to the person, and here I should turn the video on if I have pressed the green flag. So turn on the video if the green flag is on. Now let us see if we are able to play this and get a score. So full screen and play for green flag. I think initially the reaction speed might be very low. Yeah, maybe my browser has become slow. So score is 0 now. So, but when it passes the banana, it should increase a little bit, but not by 1. Can anyone guess why it increased by 9? Because it was touching the banana not just in one instance. It was constantly in intersection with banana for some time, not just for one instance. So that is, I think, somehow it is counting the score 9 times. So see, now I successfully navigated this jump. I was able to successfully clear but now I barely touched. Because I am recording the video and playing the game at the same time, it's becoming a little bit slow. My reaction time is not very good. And But if I switch off the video, I am pretty confident that this will work very well. Right now, the reaction time is not as good as I expected. And now the reason why score is becoming 0 is because while landing, when this person is landing, she is touching the tail of the mouse. So what I can do is to show you the gameplay in proper way. Instead of jumping to -40, let the person jump to -20 and then come back in 2.5 seconds. But jump up very fast. Jump up in 0.1 seconds, but come back a bit slowly. So hopefully it will avoid the mouse altogether. So let's see. Okay. Passing the banana, score is 9. So I jumped a bit. Yeah, I jumped correctly only. So 18, and now it's working for the accounting for the slowness of my computer, because I'm doing both of these things at the same time, recording as well as playing. But see, it's working. I can now play and create a personal record. But very interesting, right? So now, of course, you can make a lot of changes to make this game even better. You can maybe define some randomness. Right now it is, let me turn off the video. Right now in this game, you are experiencing the same thing. The gap between the mouse and the banana is kind of remaining constant, but those things you can change. But all of that is further fun part of making the game more and more professional. But for the moment, I hope you understand the basic concept of creating a game using the Scratch coding blocks. And I hope you appreciate the way Teachable machine can be easily integrated here, how easy it is to perform the training, etc. So thank you so much. I'll be releasing another set of lectures where you can build some other interesting projects using similar platform. But thank you for listening to this lecture. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Until then, bye.